Ave Maria today. Ave Teteria.
I want you to sing the extended version of Stairway to Heaven, which is going to be 18 minutes.
We already talked about that. We're not doing that.
The short version, 7 minutes.
Wouldn't that be? You know what? I'll tell you what.
Why don't you do the instrumental only of Stairway to Heaven?
If you could come up with words to the instrumental part of Stairway to Heaven, that would be awesome. If you just 7 minutes of Mark singing. I honestly,
I am really a horrible singer.
There walks a lady. We all know.
For 7 minutes, I think
walks the man. We all know
there would be no more podcasts if I sang for 7 minutes.
That'd be
podcast world will go.
There'd be a mushroom cloud. There'd be a mushroom cloud.
I've listened to just off and on in the last couple of months. I've listened to some really just awful people saying just ridiculously stupid things. So you singing would still be in the top 20%.
See, that's your problem. Matt listens to stupid people say ridiculous
are we
things
doing a crime?
all the
Are we
time.
doing a crime segment tonight as well?
We could if we'd like to.
I
Yeah.
mean, since we
do have something teed up. You got something teed up?
I do have something teed up.
You mean queued up?
I do have something queued up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What? Do we have any new info on the one we were talking about last week?
We have nothing new about that was the Arby's one?
That was the one. The guy with the 8 kids who was in the RV. He's the doctor.
Yeah, the RV doctor.
Yeah, the RV doctor
we
guy.
have nothing new yet from that. Nothing new. I've looked it up. There's nothing new.
You checked your sources, all your sources?
All of my sources.
I have some additional information on the woman who was accused of spiking her husband's fentanyl.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one we're going to do. Yeah.
The Moscow Mule.
That's what he's going to talk about.
It was a Moscow Mule with fentanyl.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
She asked for bail today. She's remanded with no bail.
Hang on.
So her attorneys are asking for bail today. I don't know what happened, but
don't ruin it, Ted.
No. That was something I was going to give a quick update on. So Teddy's talking about the woman from Utah.
Yeah.
She allegedly, you have to say that, allegedly, killed her husband with fentanyl.
Probably, but
Ted
likely
100% allegedly did it. She allegedly absolutely did it. And here, I'll give you one. Now remember,
I've never heard anybody use so many like positives with like kind of a allegedly. Right?
She allegedly definitely did it.
Confirmation. You have an alleged confirmation.
Oh, I have an alleged. Absolutely. So she's the one, and just to make sure you know, not only did she do that, but she wrote a a really sweet kids book about parents dying, not from being murdered by the child's mother, but just from dying.
Yeah. And that was 1 year from the day.
Well, just in case people don't remember.
1 year from the day. But
Actually,
so the funny thing is, I'll talk about this later, but they talked about this. Okay, so we talked about this like 25, 30 episodes ago, the search history, how you delete it, but it's still there. And sure enough, she's Googling life insurance,
but how long,
poisoning, what's the best prison to go to?
Give me the updates.
Okay,
since we talked about it on the air.
Since the cops busted her.
Yeah.
This is what Teddy's right. She got busted. They released her searches.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, one search
phone.
is like how to delete the search history and not get caught.
Yeah,
that was a good one. That was a good one.
This
I
is really cool.
Yeah.
So the first one is, can the cops force you to take a lie detector?
Yeah, we saw that one.
That was one of them. Okay. Death certificate still pending. Can I get paid? This woman is so focused. That's what I love about her. Yeah. She is absolutely
she's got
the most focused person.
She's got her eyes on the prize. I'll give her that. So.
Let's see. If someone is poisoned, what goes on the death certificate?
What if the death certificate says indeterminate? Does she still get the life insurance?
That's what she wants to know. Oh, like Teddy said, how to permanently delete information from an iPhone. Are you ready? Remotely. Yeah, and it didn't work. She didn't take. She also researched 2 other things: luxury prisons for the rich in America, which I didn't think she was that rich, and then also the Real 3 Idiots podcast.
Yeah, that's good.
That was on her search engine?
Yeah.
Actually, if she researched
I guess that was the poisoning part.
If she'd have researched us first, she wouldn't be in this much trouble as she is now.
It came up as voteforTed.com.
Vote for
Yeah. She would have listened.
She went nuts.
She would have listened to the episodes that would have pertained to her and would have adjusted accordingly.
Yeah, you know what? I can never figure out if we're trying to help people to stop other from getting poisoned, or if we're strictly here. Well, you, Ted, are strictly here to teach people how to murder other people. Because I feel like that there was a show, How to Get Away with Murder, right? It was on a while ago.
There's some books on that too. Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like
it was
we're doing our part to help.
How to murder and get away with it for dummies.
For
It's one of those yellow books, the For Dummies books. They actually did 2 on that.
How to
update it.
Hire a hitman for dummies. Oh, and there's another case too. This is separate, but some woman went to the dark web, and it was called it was like murderforhire.com, which obviously is a spoof website and a direct pipeline to the FBI.
No, it was .org. It was .org.
And then she paid.
.gov.
She paid. She paid who she thought was a hitman in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
She sent him $7,500 in Bitcoin, and she wanted to have her husband killed in all these elaborate ways. And of course, they put her off. And then she got impatient. She goes, "Oh, he's still not dead. I need a new hitman."
Oh no!
always
no,
an
no!
agent,
It was
right?
it wasn't his husband. It was
Wife or spouse,
her
boyfriend's new wife,
new wife.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend's new wife.
And the best thing is, every time she sends a text, it's going straight to the prosecutor, straight to the FBI, straight to
I almost got on the jury for a murder for hire trial in
Did you
Chicago.
really?
Yeah, I went through the whole process and they didn't pick me. So it was a guy. They were it was a husband and wife. They were both from Poland originally, but they've lived here for like 50 years, and they were in their 60s. And they were very wealthy. He was a business owner, real estate, whatever. And he hired somebody to kill his wife, and it turned out to be, of course, a federal agent.
No. He hired a federal agent to kill his wife because there are no murderers.
No, man.
There are no murderers.
And the ones who are the murderers eventually. Well, there was a guy who actually did find 4 real guys. I told you about the car dealership guy.
We know that
and
one,
that turned out to be a comedy of errors of epic proportions. But we'll get back to
That's
that
funny.
We'll get
So
back to that.
so he hired it, and then they busted him, and now he's going to court for it. So of course the guy's been running a business for like 40 years in the Chicagoland area, very successful, and he gets to the trial. And he pretends like he doesn't speak English.
Oh, I like that one. That's my favorite. That's my favorite
so
one.
So the funniest part was, so they're trying to pick the jurors, and the whole time, his defense, they have a translator there. So whenever they're asking him questions, it's always translator translating, and the prosecutor, So the prosecutor at one point, the prosecutor kept saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, he speaks English." Fluently.
So they're saying he's fucking with you. He's
fucking
with all of us.
Yeah. So the prosecutor kept saying
That's
this.
awesome. That's
so when
awesome.
the prosecutor was questioning,
do they have him on tape somewhere, like speaking, like on a phone? Like, do they have
Couldn't
a
they just
voicemail
ask
of him?
anyone who's done business with him?
Just say, the guy speaks English, right? Yeah.
Right. Well, he wasn't.
Vladimir speaks English.
So he wasn't. He was actually listening to the potential jurors, and then
through headphones, because usually when you
they
can't
had a
speak
translator
English,
there, but
like
the guy,
like the Nuremberg trial, he's like listening like this. Oh yeah, okay.
It was just comical the way all of a sudden yeah.
Did he stay in character the whole time? Did he break it? I said, all right, I speak English.
No,
you
say, in Polish, kill means love. Right. Yes, I want to kill my wife again and again and again.
But the funny thing is, but he's not playing dumb. He's just pretending he can't speak English, so he still understands what's going on.
But this was just a jury selection. So when they were talking to the potential jurors, he had a translator there translating what they were saying, so he understood what was going on.
Yeah,
and then
allegedly,
but it was getting really annoying, and the prosecutor he wasn't having any of it.
Yeah.
And he kept saying, "Is this really necessary? We all know he speaks fluent English." Mm-hmm. And it was comical
because his wife's still alive, and obviously could attest to the fact that he could probably speak English, right?
I don't know. Did
she, I mean, she's not
no,
dead,
she's
right?
alive. Yeah, she wasn't there though.
Yeah.
Not during. She wasn't there.
So the federal agent did not go full character and kill her.
He didn't carry out the mission.
See that he paid me to kill her.
No.
Yes.
So there was a case years ago. It was
That's
pretty funny.
Ted.
This was actually on 60 Minutes. So this guy, it was like a work comp scam. So this guy, he was like, middle-aged guy, like in his 40s, early 50s, allegedly had some work comp injury where he had a closed head injury, could never work again. And so they interviewed him. They took his deposition, and he basically reverted like he was a 3-year-old, like he couldn't understand anything. And everybody, it's like you knew this motherfucker's lying. You just know he's lying,
Whoa.
but it's like he's like no, he goes like, holy
cow.
He's like literally like he's like Lenny from Mice and Men, like but you just look in his eyes, like he knows, but you can't prove it. So obviously they did like massive surveillance on him, and they finally got him. You know where they got him? On a golf course. He's about to tee off. And it's like, oh yeah, and we're like, let's take that sim driver out of your hand and cuff up.
Nice.
Well, I told you about that guy, the fire. Did I ever tell you guys the story about the firefighter? He was a young guy.
Well, there's a few. He was
in his 20. I want to say young, like 28.
Yeah.
He got hurt on the job.
Allegedly.
No, he got hurt on the job. But
And
he wasn't disabled though.
But he stayed hurt.
And he stayed hurt. He stayed hurt for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years he didn't do anything. 28 years old.
But he was clever,
so
though.
That he could get full, and I think he was 31
but
or 32.
He was clever, right? Like he made
very
sure
clever,
he didn't like play softball or go
didn't
bowling.
Play softball,
yeah.
didn't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And he had to do it for 3 years, and I'm pretty sure he got full disability.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all.
Well, they must have caught him because we're talking about it.
No. I just know. I knew him. I played ball.
I know somebody that did that.
yeah.
Works for a garbage man for the city.
Yeah.
Well,
One of my old neighbors did that. He actually legitimately hurt his back.
Yeah.
And he
then he legitimately recovered.
No, he
had surgery, and he actually had multiple surgeries.
Sure.
And after the second surgery, it didn't go so well, and it actually caused more damage. So then he was really, really hurt.
Yeah, there's
that's
there's
real.
real cases
I'm
out
talking-
there.
No. Well,
he was fake in the beginning.
well, not faking it, but the way it was laid out was the original surgery was just like just pretty run of the mill.
Yeah.
No big deal. You have this surgery, you could probably cash out.
Right.
And then he had to have a follow up, and that's where things got bad.
So that's called karma. So he really did become disabled on the second
one.
one.
He didn't need to have he didn't necessarily need to have that surgery, but it definitely.
Well, he probably did it just to kind of like an appearance, like I'll have the surgery, kind of take one for the team to
That's
show
it,
that I'm really
yeah.
not because I needed this.
It
Because there's
sucks.
actually a lot
It's
of people who do
unfortunate.
that.
I mean, I think he made he just made a bad choice.
Yeah.
He wasn't in
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I know a guy.
Sucked.
He played softball with me, and he's a loading and unloading trucks guy.
Yeah.
And he totally fucked up his knee one day
All right, I
playing
believe it.
softball.
Yeah, I believe
made it to work.
Made it to work.
Got up on the truck.
Yeah.
Then stepped off the truck
That's
with
right.
his bad
And
leg
then-
in front of the cameras and everything. Went down like a sack of shit,
yeah.
and all paid for workman's
No,
comp.
I was just going to say there's a lot of people that get hurt like doing extracurricular activities, and then somehow they just fake it. They just like load up on painkillers, just drag their ass to work, and then just
That's exactly
have that
what he
injury
did,
right
man.
there. Yeah.
And he walked right. I couldn't believe it, man. Just step off with a wrecked knee. Just stepped off and went down like a sack.
Well, he probably thought that it's going to hurt a lot, but think about the future. Like I could probably retire off of this. He's got the witnesses.
Oh yeah,
It's perfect.
it was all paid for.
They
but
can't
yeah.
prove it. They can't prove it. Can prove it. So
that's a tough one, man.
yeah, they caught this one firefighter. I think it was a Chicago firefighter. This was a few years ago. He was actually on disability for about 15 years. He collected over like $1 million in disability. And this guy goes on safari in Africa, and he's posing with with lions and tigers and bears. He's on his knee.
Climb Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. He's in all sorts of like contortionist poses. Like, oh yeah, that's great. Of course, he puts it on Facebook. It's like, good, yeah, work comp investigator. Oh, perfect. But it's funny. Like when you catch those guys, they always say the same thing. Oh, he was just having a good day. He was having a good day. But you know what? If they seem to only have a good day when no one's watching them. When the jury's watching them, that's when they're having a bad day. So that's why you get a lot of surveillance. That's why surveillance is important.
I could totally see that.
We busted somebody like that. It was pretty nice. So
I like how
like,
it's your thing, like it's your money.
Is this you?
Yeah, like it's your money.
That's you. Okay.
All right, so this is going to work great. I think this is the greatest idea ever.
Thank you.
So not your idea. So in New Zealand, they want to make airline travel a little smoother and a little better. So they want to evenly distribute the weight in the plane perfectly, or as best as they can. So they're going to start weighing all the passengers. They weigh everything else, they said. They said they weigh everything else that goes in.
Kind of makes sense.
So they're going to start weighing the passengers and distributing them evenly.
That won't do anything, though.
I think that's going to work. What? That's going to work perfectly.
I think the passenger weight does nothing to the plane.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why would they be doing this then?
I don't know.
made a big. I think it absolutely
Maybe
does.
they
I
have
think
smaller planes in New Zealand or something.
Oh, maybe it is just. I mean, maybe they have smaller runways and smaller planes, but yeah, they
thought
said they're going to do this.
No, I could be wrong. I was under the impression the reason why I always thought about that. They weigh everything but us.
Right. Not anymore.
I always thought it was because of the way the plane's made and where they put all the luggage, and it just that is the weight, and then everything above it or whatever just is kind of like.
I don't know. They're going to weigh everything, and people. I guess it's all going to be anonymous.
Have to sit like in line with the wings, like center.
I don't know.
So,
like
I mean,
right
so,
over
so
there.
would it be like slut shaming if you put like the heaviest passengers in the front of the back?
What if they do
like
this?
You're 300 pounds,
Ted,
so you have to
no,
manage in the wing.
On takeoff, all the fat people get in the back.
Fatty.
In the back. All the heavy people get in the back, right? And then when we get up in the air, they got to move. They got to move like 3 or 4 times. You got to move people around during flight.
All right, 3 back rows. I need you in the front now, or we're not going to be able to land.
We're landing now.
Ma'am, could you put away? Yeah. Well, here. So this is funny because I was talking to one of my buddies at the golf course, and we were laughing about food. We talked about planes, and he said like a month ago, he got on a plane, and some guy had like a 3-course meal that he's watching him walk in, and he's balancing 2 bags and like a couple of different things from a couple of different restaurants, and he sets down and he just spreads it all out
on his own small tray, obviously.
Right, and he's doing it. I guess this guy could see. He's doing it before the flight came off, and there's. I've never been part of a hassle, but he said that the
But don't you have to keep your tray up? You have to keep your tray up before you take off.
So she's like, hey, can you do this? And you got to put this up.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. And I guess he asked the person next to him to hold some of the food, and the woman next to him was just like, I really don't want to hold your food.
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in this. Yeah. And he huffed about it and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I mean, it's he said he just absolutely everywhere. It was like spaghetti. It was like the messiest shit you could possibly have.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing. I'm like, and you're watching this.
Well, he dropped it all like it fell on the floor and stuff.
It was just a mess. It was just an absolute stone cold mess. But I'm thinking, why? I know they don't serve food anymore. But if you're on like a 3 or 4 hour plane ride, you're not going to die if you don't eat for 4 hours.
Yeah, but
I know everybody. I know all the food companies will tell you that if you don't drink water and eat food, you'll be dead in 15 minutes. I know that. Yeah. But you're not going to do that. And to have all of this stuff, he said he was literally juggling it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was hungry.
The 2 worst places, in my opinion, to eat are one on an airplane
and toilet,
and
what,
and 2 at a sporting event. Why do we all have to fucking gouge our faces with food at a baseball or basketball or football game?
Dude,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
No, if you look
We're
at
there
the
for
stands,
an hour and a half sometimes for basketball games, 2-hour basketball game, 3-hour football game. Well, now the baseball games are 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, you see how fat everybody is. Of course, I mean, everybody's super fat. They try to trick you into thinking. I watch my neighbor. He brings out 2 cases of water. Lives across the street. 2 cases of water brings into the house. Why? Well, why do you need 2 cases of water? Why do you need 48 bottles of water in your home when you live in a place where you can just turn the fountain on? I mean, you can even get a little deal for it.
Maybe he's a doomsday prepper.
We've tricked people into thinking that if they don't constantly eat and drink, that something's wrong with them.
So I just read today.
But you do agree you have to eat and drink.
So true story, guy. I guess he's
you don't.
He's a former NFL player.
I saw that.
He weighed 300 pounds. He went on he must be like, I don't know what his religion is, but he went on some like 40-day or 30-day fast.
It's not religion at all.
Water only.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
football
tough to do.
Professional athletes, actually, a lot of them do those diets after they retire.
What was it, a diet? It was like he said, no food, just water only.
Yeah,
for 30 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. It's not a diet.
You can live with that because you live without food.
Look
for
at
a
some of
long
these
time.
guys from the Bears.
Oh, they get much smaller.
Yeah. Look at Tommy Thayer.
Yeah, much smaller.
When I first saw him, a few years after he retired, he was unrecognizable.
Because he's so
I think
much.
I was 350.
I don't think he was ever
close
that
to
big.
300 pounds.
He might have been, but I don't think he was that big. Back in the 80s, those guys were 275, and that was big.
Yeah.
But he's probably 185 right now. He looks great.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think
even
he's
Mark McGuire. Mark McGuire's like 180. I mean, obviously it's probably steroids and stuff, but they showed him like after he long retired from
some of these football players
from baseball.
Man.
But yeah,
that's why I wish I had
Brian Bosworth. He's like 180. He's like a small dude.
The Boz. Yeah. We just call him the Boz, Ted.
Yeah.
I mean, he's that great. No, but it's kind of weird. Well, here and another thing with flying, a bunch of fat people are getting together, and they've got petitions and stuff. They want to make planes because I guess certain companies make people buy 2 seats.
Yeah. Spirit Airlines likely.
Yeah, well, Spirit Airlines does a lot of stuff.
They charge extra for a lot of stuff.
They charge for the seat. Yeah, they charge for everything. Yeah. But yeah, they're pissed
Their
because
seats are edible.
Yeah, because they have to either pay for extra or they're shamed when someone can't physically sit next to them. Yeah. And they want seats for everybody. And this is weird. Canada's doing this. Canada has actually said part of their laws is obesity is a disease in Canada.
Sure.
It is a what do they call it? Not a handicap. I can't think of what
addiction or
it's
like alcoholism or drug use. Yeah, it's like a disease. Yeah, so,
obesity is that kind of thing now, and so you can I want you to think about that.
So like American with Disabilities Act is kind of like you're disabled,
and they want seats. Yeah. They want seats that fit all people. Which you know what, I can't complain about that. As long as it's not more expensive, I can sit in a fat guy's seat and I'll have all the room in the world.
What about a guy who's like normal size, but let's say he's like 6'10"? I mean, it's not his fault he's 6'10". You heard about
disability, Ted.
Yeah.
Disability.
So I guess some guy was like 6'7", he was flying economy, and I guess the person in front of him like leaned the seat back, which only goes back about an inch, but I guess is enough to like hit him in the knees and stuff. And then there was a big hullabaloo about he wanted the seat put up, and the woman didn't want to put it back up.
Isn't that weird?
I mean,
if you had somebody super tall behind you, okay, super tall, like there's a reason.
Yeah.
And he goes, or he or she, whatever, goes, hey man, listen, because I never put my seat back.
Yeah, I never.
I never do either.
It barely goes, I mean, it doesn't go like even recline. It goes back like literally like an inch.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, man, listen, I am super tall and I am stuck in here. Would you mind not putting your seat back?" I'd be like, "Hey, no problem."
Yeah, but a normal person would do that. But I'm saying some people are just like they're just wired that way. Where like they just want to almost do the opposite because they don't give a shit about the other person.
Well, the way it should work is the airlines should accommodate taller people and sit them in the rows.
Yeah, but that costs extra money. People want
like
those,
the emergency row lane, aisles.
Emergency. But you know what would happen? Everyone would say that they're 6'8". They'd go 5'5", and they'd end up sitting in those seats and be like, "Sir, this is for someone who's 6'8". I identify as someone who's 6'8".
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm much taller.
I do. You know what the argument is for somebody who doesn't want to accommodate him? It's like, why is your comfort more important than my comfort? So I want to recline my seat an inch, even though it's only an inch. But why is your comfort? Because, like I said, if you're 6'8", why don't you pay extra and get a ticket in first class?
No, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I mean, personally, I would accommodate
Operation
the person.
Comfort.
Yeah, personally, I would accommodate the person. It's not a big deal to me.
That's a completely different.
But
thing.
some people don't think that way. It's like the person when you go on a plane and they say, "Can you switch seats with me so I can sit by my family?"
No.
And the answer is, okay, sure.
No.
What I would do? I'm like, where's the seat I'm sitting at? And if it's if it's a middle seat, that's not desirable. I'm like, if it's an upgrade for me, the answer is yes. If it's not an upgrade for me, the answer is no.
Yeah, I got hosed on that one time.
Your family's not going to die if they don't see you for an hour because you're right there.
I got hosed on that one time, and I will never do it.
Oh, what happened to you? You got bamboozled into that?
Yeah, I ended up sitting in between two massively obese people.
Because you went to the
guy hose fucked me.
Completely
lied.
If that ever happened to me, I'd say, like, sure.
He didn't want to be there.
He didn't want to be there. Yeah.
So, what did you give up for that seat? Where were you going to sit originally?
Not in between two massively fat people.
So, why would you give some dude?
He said he was sitting. He said he goes, my family's in this row. I just want to be right here. My wife's got we've got a young kid.
Yeah.
Absolute total bullshit lie.
So yeah, did you call him out after that, or
wow.
you just kind of?
What am I going? I'm not going to be that guy.
So you ate it. You just lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
You know what I would do? Like I said, if that ever happened to me on a plane, and somebody if it was like somebody who's like, if it was like military, I would gladly give up my seat because God bless you for your service. But if it was like some dude who's like looks like me, and like, hey, I want to sit next to my family, even if it was true, I'm like, dude. You'll survive without seeing them for an hour, trust me. And I'm like, okay, if you want me to change seats,
I'll make your life happier by not sitting by your kids.
You know what I tell them? I say, whiff them. What's in it for me? Give me $100. Sure, I'll switch seats with you.
You mentioned
whiff them.
No, hey, Ted,
I'll switch with you. What's in it for me?
Ted gets a $200 flight. He makes $600 just by randomly switching seats. He ends up in the back of the. He's got a pocket full of cash. Yeah.
I'm like, what's it worth it to you?
You mentioned
I'll switch with you. But
you mentioned military.
Yeah.
That's a thing now at airports.
Okay.
What's that?
Men and women posing.
Faking.
Oh, it's military.
Yeah, they're dressed.
They're
dressed.
Oh, that's pretty ballsy.
Could you even imagine that?
There's an Instagram video of a guy getting called out.
Oh, he got caught?
Yeah. Well, he never. It's not staged because it doesn't get real fucking dramatic. But the guy,
he's wearing a full military uniform.
Yeah, he's wearing like
the fatigues.
Fatigues. And he's got his bag, and a guy sits down next to him and he's filming it. And this guy is military.
The guy who's filming is
military.
Yes,
he's like
I was
retired
in the military. I was in the military too. So
he sees this guy and he sees like patches and shit on him that don't make any sense.
Don't add up to anything. Yeah.
So the guy sits down. He's like, "Hey, thank you for your service." He says, "Oh, thank you very much." And then he says, "So you were blah blah blah." And the guy's like, "Yeah." He starts asking him these questions and he's answering them wrong. And the guy's like, "Listen, man, and he's like ringing them, and the guy just gets really quiet.
Yeah.
And
one of those is a snowmobiling patch. That's not even a thing.
So the funny thing is, I was in the military, so a good way to catch
I
somebody.
believe I said accent too.
You did.
Yeah.
I did,
so
yeah.
actually, I think a lot of military fraud. So you can have a guy. So there's two types of fraud. So there's the person who's never been in the military who wears a military uniform. Then there's the person who actually is in the military, but then they buy medals that they didn't actually earn. Like they got the Purple Heart or the Medal of Valor or something. Like they're wearing like the Congressional Medal of Honor.
They have one of those medals that you get posthumous when you die.
There's
posthumously, yes.
There's 40 people in the world who have a Congressional Medal of Honor. You have the Congressional Medal of Honor, huh? How about that,
dude? You wearing a medal. It says you died.
Yeah. Sir, that's a World War I medal.
I know it's audio only, but here, this is how you tell when someone's
He's
lying.
a Civil War veteran.
This is how you tell when someone's lying about the military. Just say, you know how you should do? Ask me to salute you. This is how you tell
Ted,
someone catching a lie.
Salute us.
Okay, this is a fake salute.
I've seen Ted do it on the golf course.
If someone does this, they're lying.
Yeah, it's
like this. This is right there. Yeah.
Like Ted is showing. So Ted is showing everyone like the corner of where your hand is supposed to be for a real salute.
The index finger of the right hand is like at the corner of your eyebrow, of your right eye.
Your middle.
If someone does that, they're Popeye the Sailor Man. They're just looking out to sea.
Right. Well, maybe they're seamen.
They're full of seamen.
Tugboat seamen.
Maybe they were in the Navy. You can sail the seven seas.
The Navy was in them.
All right. We got to get this thing started, man. Holy cow. Yeah. Hey, everybody. This is the Real Three Idiots podcast. I am your guide to the netherworld, Matt. And with me, as always, is the greatest storyteller of his time, Mark.
Wow. I like that.
Yeah. No, this was after the egging story. Yeah, you missed the egging story, Ted. Yeah. That was the longest 20 minutes of my life.
Well, you can't tell a story in Matt's presence because you blow up stories.
But it's when
you
it goes
add
on
and subtract, and it's like I'm just trying to tell my story.
I hope there was a great punchline. I hope there was a great punchline at the night.
Here, I will tell you this.
No, it's not long.
If your story ends up being,
I rehearsed it.
So you practice in the mirror?
My story was rehearsed intentionally.
If somebody's told
and
me,
it dragged out for 30 minutes because of your questions.
If somebody told me 20 minutes story at the 18-minute mark, I'd be like, "Is there a question in my future?"
That is what everyone says when you talk,
Ted. Is there a question in my future?
No, it was just one of those things where it was going on, and I felt like if there were other things happening, the story would be better. So I tried to add those other things just to make it better. And then he leaves stuff out, so I have to ask. I'm like, "Was everyone in the room dead?" And he's like, "No one died." I'm like, "Okay, I don't understand why." Okay, and then I missed this part. You're like, I just kind of zone out. If you don't tell the story really fast, and there's not like boobs and like I don't know explosions and like superheroes,
neon lights.
Yeah,
Ted, bookmark this part of the show, will you?
No,
we don't have the screen up anymore. Matt usually has a screen up telling us how much time has elapsed.
But you guys say you don't want that.
Well, now I do because I want to go back to this.
27 minutes.
All right.
27 minutes in. Okay. And a man I will be spending way too much time in a car with over the weekend, Teddy.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah.
An hour and 20 minutes is too long with Ted.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to do? Actually,
have you ever been? Oh, I guess you are once a week. I didn't think of that. I was just going to say, have you ever been with Teddy for an hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah.
But yes, you
know
have.
what I'm going to
do? Many times.
I'm gonna Google Map exactly the time it takes for us to get where we're going, and I'm gonna start telling a story from the second we get in the car. And just drag it on. And then we went to
Who's driving? Who's driving?
I'm driving. Ted's a terrible driver. He's the worst driver of all time. Yeah. Ted is. Ask anybody. Ted is a terrible. I wouldn't even let him drive a golf cart.
He's got a nicer car than me, so we definitely got to let him drive. So.
Regardless, I wouldn't let. Yeah, I just wouldn't let Ted drive. He's terrible. He's one of those guys that when you're driving, he looks at you all the time. He just stares right as you're talking and he's driving. He just stares right at you. And it's like, "There's a fucking road, Ted. Oh my God, there's a road." And then he goes like 70,
almost like the
and
movies.
Then he goes down to 50.
Yeah, like the movies.
Yeah, and 70 to 50.
Like Smokey and the Bandit.
He's got to make sure,
where he's like going 150 miles an hour and he's not looking at the road at all. He's looking at Sally Field like for 20 minutes. Dude,
he's well, it's a movie. He's multitasking.
Yeah. No, it just
maybe he's driving a Tesla. It's like self-driving cars.
Oh my God,
Burt Reynolds, the coolest man in the world.
Dude, my wife is in San Francisco. She said they have those
auto drive cars.
Yeah,
all
over the place.
Yeah,
she's like, they're crazy.
It's cool as hell.
No, I would never get one of those. Never.
What?
I'm not getting in a car.
Did you not see
what
was
not
that?
Driven by somebody.
What's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they're on Mars.
Total Recall?
Yeah, Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot that.
Slutty.
But yeah, they got the.
Man, I got 7 kids.
They got the
to
handy
feed.
car. Yeah, you said 6. Man, who can keep track? Yeah, that's a
Three titty lady.
Was he
three titty lady.
Was he talking to Sean Kemp? Talking to Sean Kemp?
I think Sean Kemp has a few more. I mean, he's not Maurice Douglas. Who's the basketball player?
Calvin Murphy.
Calvin Murphy, the king of reproducing.
And then there's Cromartie, Antonio Cromartie. He's the
Cromartie,
Crow. Yeah, he's got a few.
Man. Yeah, the men that won't quit. But you know what? I got a good feeling Nick Cannon is going to get himself onto that list, and he's going to do his very best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's still in reproduction mode.
He said he has to make $100 million a year. I can't believe he's worth $100 million a year. I guess whatever he does, like whatever.
I think his family is super rich.
Yeah,
I don't think
What is he? I've never seen him in 20 years on TV.
No,
he's got a talk show.
He hosts
does?
like AG, like he's like the host on one of those AGT shows or something.
See, I wouldn't even.
But
know.
he's
I
just
know
like
he was
an
on
MC.
MTV years ago.
I don't know.
right?
I don't even know what the guy does.
I have no idea.
He's not he's not a rapper or a singer. He's just like an MC, right?
No, I think he's just kind of funny and stuff. I think he's maybe a comedian or
No,
something.
he did. He hosted
he's like mildly amusing.
award shows, and he
Yeah.
had a show.
Yeah.
It had something to do with MTV
like-
a long time ago.
Yeah, but at least Chris Rock, he's like a comedian. Billy Crystal's a comedian.
Nickelodeon or something.
Yeah.
Right? He's on Nickelodeon.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah.
I have no
think
idea.
so. I don't know.
But he's not like an actor or dancer or rapper. He's just like literally an MC, like Ryan Seacrest, right? He doesn't do anything except just announce shit, right? Like
No, he's
And
doing
Good
Dick
Morning
Clark.
America.
impregnate everyone he looks at. Everyone he looks at, everyone he's near.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? They forced him to buy, when he flies, they forced him to buy the entire row because anybody who sits next to him, immediately pregnant. Yeah, immediately pregnant. All right, so Teddy, you ready for your tip?
Yes, it's kind of a long tip, but
Is it
I saw it.
sponsored
Yeah.
today?
There is a sponsor.
Okay.
Of course there is.
You want to do the sponsor first?
Yes.
All right.
I was just asking if you're ready. You're mentally prepared.
God, we're always trying to catch him.
I'll be ready right after the tip is.
Okay. All right. Let's get to our sponsor then. Hi, everybody. This is a friendly reminder from the National Park Service. Remember when we mentioned last year about not getting out of your car to pet, take pictures with, or molest very large, dangerous wild animals? Well, it looks like not a single person listened. Not only are you getting stupider, but you're also getting meaner. A baby wild animal is not a plaything or a toy. And in many instances, it will lead to immediate death when the mother of the animal tears you to pieces for touching its offspring. Everyone here knows how important it is for you to take a selfie with something every few minutes to validate your existence to the other narcissists that you share the world with. But we will ask this question one more time. Is it worth it? And for those of you who like to get as close to the edge of a giant canyon, erupting volcano, or rushing water to take a picture of your entire family as they disappear into oblivion, please stop it. After you plunge to your death, we have to clean up what's left. Please enjoy our national parks and all the wildlife. We aren't asking much. Just try to be a little less stupid when you get there.
So did you hear about the guy in Yellowstone? He's like a serial bear instigator. So he gets out of his car.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Wait. His
man.
his life.
I just made that up.
So wait, but his life is going and messing with bears?
Apparently, this is the third time he's been caught on video getting out of a car, and so he sees a bear like in the field, and he like kind of run. I mean, he doesn't get close to the bear.
How do you go
ticket-
three times?
And he goes,
Season ticket holder?
and he starts yelling. He starts like yelling at it and like trying to provoke it. And then I think 2 times the bears ran away.
To what end?
But
to
the-
what end do you provoke
but
a bear?
The third time, the bear started coming at him, but obviously he was far enough, so he gets back in his car with his idiot buddy and drives away. But apparently, the Yellowstone's looking for this guy because I guess it's like a fine of like $5,000 to interfere with wildlife and potentially 6 months in jail. But yeah, he's done it like 3 times already.
So Kevin Costner's out looking for this guy?
Wild Yellowstone.
I love. Listen, I just don't understand. I know these people want to be famous. I get it. That's why the guy stood on top of the truck and got wiped out by the bridge, and that's why people. It was somebody who stood on the edge of a cliff and fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. But
that's called Darwin Wins.
But is that? I mean, couldn't you just get a job and just have a regular job and just make regular money?
He probably does. He just
because
does,
the bear thing isn't. It's just not. It's not a long term solve.
he does dumb stuff in his spare time. That's what it sounds like. So he's probably I'm sure he's gainfully employed doing something, but that's his thing. For now, got that in his head.
Man,
so.
that just seems like there's no win on that.
Yeah. Or remember the guy? I guess.
Okay, I'm starting to lose it here.
So this one guy,
I'm losing my mojo, guys.
Just
we got to get this on.
So there was a guy. I guess he helped like a baby bison. Like the bison like wandered off the path. So he like it wasn't even like he didn't do it intentionally, but I guess he like helped to guide the little baby bison back to his
because
herd.
An animal's natural instincts aren't good enough to get back to where it was.
So apparently, because he touched the animal and it had the human scent on it, like the herd rejected the animal, and the park had to put the animal down. And then this guy got charged with interfering with wildlife. So yeah, don't touch anything if you go to Yellowstone National Park. Is the
But in what world did this guy think that animal wouldn't find its way
back?
Well,
he wasn't thinking. He just he was. I think he had his heart was in the right place, but he messed up obviously.
Honey, this animal's as stupid as I am. I'm going to help it. Remember when I was 7 and I got lost for like 3 weeks in the woods?
Nobody helped me.
Yeah, and no one picked me up and turned me towards my parents. Yeah, they just let me lay in the hole screaming. What the fuck, man? I honest to God, if you'd have said that the adult bison just stomped him to death, I'd be like, yeah. Stop helping things across the street. The one guy died. Remember the one guy died doing
helping
that?
ducks. He's helping ducks. Yeah.
Stop helping ducks.
Yeah.
They're not endangered species, and even if they are, it's not worth your life.
Well, you're endangered now. You're officially extinct. So.
All right. Mark is very upset.
Mark's chomping. He's chomping at the bit.
Nobody's heard me for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Please go ahead and sing your song.
All right, stop what you're doing, because Ted's about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. He look funny, but he making money, see? So hey, world, I hope you're ready for heat. Now gather round. Ted's a new fool in town, and his tips are laid down in the underground. He'll drink up all the crown that you got on your shelf, so let me just introduce this Ralph. His name is Teddy, and he's ready to do his tips. Teddy's tips are the tips on right now. Tip me, Teddy. I do the Teddy's tips. Ready?
Oh man, that brings. I told Mark. I was just. He was showed me the song.
That was the Humpty Dance,
the Humpty
right?
Dance, yeah. I got this great playlist, this great rap playlist, and I was just listening to that one. That thing is. I love that song.
Certain rap songs do get you motivated. Some rap songs do get you pumped up. So
I just grew up on that and love it. Okay,
I've been listening to a lot of old school rap lately.
Oh yeah,
Tribe Called Quest. That was mine.
Oh, I like Tribe Called Quest.
That was my band back in the day.
There you go.
Oh man, I was an Eazy-E, NWA.
I liked NWA. I liked Public Enemy and.
Oh yeah,
but I was a big Tribe Called Quest and.
Oh here, before we get to
what's
your
that
tip,
song? 911 is a
Black
joke.
Sheep.
Yeah,
911, a joke in your
is a
town.
joke, man.
Easy, yeah.
Get up, get down.
So
911 is a joke.
He was
town.
how high was that guy when he was singing that song?
Very, very. So this is funny. I turned on the TV today, and you know who's got a home remodel show? Little John.
What? What?
And so here's the funniest thing ever.
That
right?
dude's cool as shit, man.
So it was. I mean, he's not. He doesn't seem. It seems like a decent show. But the funny part is, it's him and this white chick, and then there were 2 other white chicks that he was making this little home for. Yeah. And they tried. This is the thing that just makes me feel weird. They tried to be as black as possible, and constantly they can't this way. What? She just and I'm just like no. I'm like, stop this. But she's and at one point. He goes, hey, and we did this. And she goes, yo, man, that's hot. And I'm just like, I can't believe they didn't edit that. What the fuck? These are the 2 whitest people on the earth, right? And then, again, then she had to do it. She goes, hey, and we made this pull-out thing. And she goes, what?
So who was that woman who pretended she was like she was black, she was a white chick. Her name was Rachel Dolezal. I think she actually put spray tan lotion on herself, and no, but she was like the whitest chick ever. They showed a picture of her when she was a baby. She was literally the blondest, most blue-eyed chick, born in Montana, of course, and she was pretending to be like an African American woman. And finally, they called her out on it, and it was the whole thing was pretty comical.
Big Sky Country.
How are you gonna beat that? I just don't feel like you can
just
all of a sudden.
She tried.
Well, now you know what?
Ted's tips.
But now she could say that she identifies as a black person. Yeah. Because you can identify as anything, right?
Yeah, I told you what I identify as.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Well,
a fish.
What is that?
A muskie. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Teddy,
A mudfish.
Teddy, are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. Ted, I need your help. I have a wife and 2 sons, 14 and 11. And they are disorganized and absent-minded. I'm trying to be nice, They are constantly losing glasses, hairbrushes, wallets. They put empty peanut butter jars back in the cabinet. They don't put tops on things that they put in the refrigerator. I found my wife's purse in the freezer last week. I've started to hide things that I need so I can find them when I need them. I refuse to let my family touch my stuff. I know I'm probably drive them crazy too, but the truth is they need to change. Excuse me. When I talk to them about it, they laugh and ask where the TV remote is. We have 3 of them, and we can't find any! Exclamation point, that one. I need a solution. All right, Teddy?
Yeah, I mean, I read that tip, and I was kind of taken aback because, we have to assume that they don't have Alzheimer's or dementia since you have a 14-year-old and 11-year-old, and let's assume your wife is
children.
Yeah, and the wife is of childbearing age, so let's just say she's in her 30s. So let's take your tip at face value. Okay, so I saw this movie a long time ago called Memento, and it's like kind of I'm going to tell you. So
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's I think it was Guy Pearce. He was kind of one of those like B grade actors. He
chick flick.
Yeah, no, he was like it was a movie called Memento. So
okay. Is it a chick flick?
No. So this guy had short term memory. So what he would do is he would take pictures of everything, like a Polaroid picture, and carry it around like a playing card to remind himself what he did.
I remember that movie.
What he did like a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So like I guess like some woman, he insulted some woman, so she spit in his drink. And then he drank the drink, and then he forgot about it like a second later, and he's just having a normal conversation with her, not realizing that she hates his guts. So he would carry around these like photos, like playing cards, to remind himself what he did the next few minutes ago. So brother, my advice to you: lots of Post-it notes, lots of Post-it notes around the house, lots of arrows, a lot of neon signs.
That just adds to the madness, though.
Yeah, if they're not paying attention to what they're doing, they're certainly not going to put Post-it notes anywhere. It's them.
No, yeah, I mean Post-it notes for them, not like he would.
I know, but they'll just become numb to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted. If somebody finishes the peanut butter, closes it back up and puts it away, they're not going to put a Post-it note that says this peanut butter is empty.
I mean, obviously, let's assume this tip is real and not like some spoof. But I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that a woman and 2 kids would be that forgetful, or it would be almost like borderline, like some type of medical condition. So I mean, because you're really talking about 3. You're not talking about one person. You're talking about 3 people.
Do you think it's this guy?
Maybe
do you think it's the guy? Like
maybe he's got some alternate version of reality. I don't really know, but I mean it's highly unusual.
Wouldn't that be? Hold on. Wouldn't that be weird if he's like living this?
Yeah,
and it's
like the movie Ghost. Like Bruce Willis thinks he's alive, but he's really dead. So when he's talking to his wife, she's not answering him, and like he's the one who's dead.
Wait, Bruce Willis was dead in Ghost?
Oh, no.
Bruce Willis was in Ghost?
No, not Ghost. The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense. Yeah. That movie. Yeah. So
maybe it's one of those questions like you ask your doctor, like, "Hey, a friend of mine has a really bad rash," and so maybe he's asking a question. And he's pretending like it's his family, but it's really him. Yeah. So he wants to.
Yeah, maybe he's projecting.
So he's looking for help.
Maybe for him,
it's like a personal thing.
I saw this movie with Liam Neeson, and actually it reminds me. So I saw this movie. Yeah. So
dude, that's deep as hell.
Maybe he's the problem. So I saw this movie with Liam Neeson. So it's funny. It turns out, without being a spoiler, he goes to the hospital to he says, my wife's in the hospital, she's in trouble.
Is this Taken 7?
I hope they finally got her. So long story short, what turned out at the end, he's a hitman who got like knocked unconscious. So whatever cover story he had, he believed it was real. So he was like thinking everything that they were doing was real, but it was actually it was an alternate version of reality. So maybe he's the one with the dementia. He's the one with the medical condition. So
they're just kind of egging him on and laughing about it, and just like Dad's lost his shit, and we're okay with it.
He might be in some alternate version of reality. So I mean, it's hard to believe that 3 people, who especially 2 minors and a woman, let's assume she's in her 30s or early 40s, have advanced Alzheimer's or dementia. That's probably unlikely. So chances are, the issue's with him. And without, and I'm not a medical professional.
So here,
yeah,
favorite movie with that type of scenario that you just talked about.
What, where you're in an alternate?
Yeah.
Where the lead thinks something, but it's not real.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, it's like, he thinks it's real, so he's chasing all these ghosts where it's like the people say,
Remember,
my wife
Major
was here.
League?
My wife was here.
No, favorite movie. You know those. You rattled off a couple movies already.
Yeah,
the Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it, but it's like a movie where like
what do you come? You have a movie. What's the movie?
Like where the person is accusing someone, like they're in an alternative universe. They're not living. They're living a lie.
They believe.
What was that thing I saw on Amazon with the one chick who's with George Clooney? She just made a movie with George Clooney. Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
She was in something on Amazon Prime where they were. I don't want to give it away because it was really good. But if you see a movie with like a little series thing with,
are they
with
both
Julia
in
Roberts,
it?
No. Just
okay.
Julia Roberts is, and some other people. Oh, the super hot. Do you guys ever seen that? I can't think of what else she's in. Super hot. She does Cadillac commercials. Super hot black chick. Super hot. Small. Super hot.
Yeah, okay.
She's in it. Yeah, she's part of that thing.
Okay.
It's really cool, man.
But
I don't want to give it away.
No, but there's a few movies like that where the person is convinced that like it's a real whatever the real scenario is. So they're always like they can't believe like, oh, why is my wife? I can't find my wife. I can't find my kids, and it turns out there never was a wife or kid because they
Shutter Island.
That's
one of my favorites.
Yeah, they had some. They had some head trauma, or they have some type of psychosis. So maybe he's the one who's got the psychosis, and not the family.
Dude, this is so.
And it's so bad that he's asking for a tip from you.
I mean, I would say
that's how bad it is. That's how bad his psychosis is.
I would say call Dr. Phil. But he doesn't know shit, so don't call him. And by the way, he's not a licensed clinical psychologist anyway.
He ain't got nothing on you.
He's not a licensed clinical psychologist anyway.
Oh my God, dude, that is absolute insanity. What'd you hit on your microphone that it's buzzing, Mark?
Oh, there you go.
Much better. Okay. Yeah, that is, dude. I can't believe that. That's what you're thinking. That is so awesome. I mean, maybe.
So you got no tip?
That was the tip.
Yeah. Go see it. Go see a doctor.
Go see a doctor. Yeah. Okay.
The tip is either your family needs to refer you to a doctor, or you all need to see a doctor together to get a mental cognitive test to verify if what you're thinking is real or it's just in your head.
I mean, what if it's real though? What if everybody in his family is just so they don't give a shit so much?
Well, I mean, then if they don't give a shit, then it's just laziness. I mean, but it's not like a medical condition. It's not like dementia or Alzheimer's because I mean, when you put your purse in the freezer,
I know
that's
somebody.
That's like Alzheimer's.
I know somebody that's not unusual.
Yeah.
To put your purse in a freezer.
Yes, or to open.
I've never put my purse in a freezer.
Oh, by the way, here's another tip for you. Do you know
it's not unusual.
The first way to detect Alzheimer's? Guess what the first symptom of Alzheimer's is?
I know this.
Forgot.
Hold on.
Okay.
I know this.
All right.
You start a podcast with Ted.
You got one guess. No, that's just being stupid. You're just stupid.
I like that. What is it? What is it?
Your inability to detect sarcasm. You can't detect sarcasm. That's one of the first signs. That's one of the first signs of Alzheimer's. You can't detect sarcasm.
So, see, and that's the difference.
It's also
you know what though?
Mongoloids too.
Mongoloid
and morons.
Morans.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Actually, my whole family
is morons.
They don't get me. I'm the most the dry sense of humor.
No,
right?
You know,
sarcasm or dry sense of humor.
No, you know what? You're just ahead of the curve.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What if you're just so much cooler than everybody in your family, Mark?
Well, I think I am.
That would be so. You know what? That'd be so awesome. Just get Mark's entire. Just one show is just Mark's entire family, and then you just go through all of his problems. Yeah, and he thinks he's funny when he's not. Is he funny on your show? Don't you listen? No, it's pretty stupid. We don't pay attention to that crap.
I'm a funny dad. I got a lot of funny dad jokes.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I went to McDonald's.
Oh
the other
God!
day.
No! I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Okay. No. All right, so let's try this.
I ate a kid's meal.
Can I see? I want to listen to. Can I hear one dad joke?
Yeah, so I went to McDonald's and I ate a kid's meal.
Okay.
The fucking mom was pissed.
That is so fucking bad.
So a guy walked into a bar, he has a penis for a nose, and the bartender.
These aren't dad jokes, dude.
That's not a dad joke. Guy goes into a bar.
No idea what a dad
no,
joke
guy
is.
goes into a bar with he's got a penis for a nose. He's got a penis for a nose, and the bartender says, "Why the schlong face?"
Oh man, are we not doing this? You know what? I'll tell you what though. I will be more than happy to do a show where we just do jokes.
Yeah,
we try that out.
I would
be more than happy to do that.
Just not right now. Yeah.
Just not right now.
No.
Yeah, and
inappropriate.
Not penis nose jokes. Yeah. I can't. Do
so
it.
that was my tip is more like a call for medical intervention versus an actual tip, I suppose. Because,
it does seem. I have to admit, it does seem highly unlikely that
three people, especially two kids and a woman, that they all have mass psychosis or.
So maybe he's doing that. Maybe he put his wife's purse in there, and maybe he puts all that stuff
Maybe he's got
back.
some alternate. Maybe he's got like the
this
multiple.
Is so
he's like Sybil. He's
sad.
a multiple personality guy, and then you have to like backtrack. It's like the dream sequence where you wake up. It's like, and you really did that, and you really did that. It's like,
like Hangover, where you kind of go backwards. Oh, there you go.
How did I lose my tooth?
That's my favorite.
Right, this is the longest tips ever.
Yeah, I know.
It's over now.
All right, Matt. Final thoughts.
All right. So I found this online, and I thought it was interesting. Okay. So what are the worst? This is the headline. Worst things to order at a business dinner.
Business dinner.
So think about a business dinner. Be some bad things to order, some bad things to do. Food. Go.
Okay, I can tell you right now.
No, it's a dinner.
Raw oysters, because actually I just read a story about a guy who ordered raw oysters from wherever he was, whatever town he lives in, and it ended up getting like not only just food poisoning, but some flesh-eating bacteria. That
he died.
No, I think he's alive, but barely. But raw oysters and
there's
clams.
a guy that died today.
And that's like the worst thing you can get because the toxins in those things. I mean, you do not want to eat that.
I don't eat raw oysters.
No, but I mean, people
I like oysters.
That stuff.
I do.
Rockefeller,
Yeah.
But don't get that shit.
No, there is a guy that died. It was in the news today.
Yeah,
That he,
yeah.
you know, I mean, this just happened.
Yeah,
yesterday.
I think you might be right. So maybe we're talking about the same.
Was that a business dinner? Because that's bad. If you die during a business dinner, I feel like you're not going to get the business.
So if you sit down, like you go to Capitol Grill, right?
Yeah, just any place.
The worst thing to order.
But a business dinner.
Yeah,
like, so
bad things.
So
well,
with,
bad
with
things.
Co-
not
with
about
co-
one,
with co-
but bad
with co-
things.
with
Yeah.
Well, let me get a martini. Make it two martinis.
Yes.
That would be bad.
Or actually,
they didn't even
order
talk
two
about
drinks.
liquor, but
I
ordering
can
two
think
drinks
that,
at once would be pretty
a full slab of ribs. Where you say you're wearing like a white business shirt, you pick it up and it falls on your shirt, and you get this red sauce.
Well, that's one of the things they said. Eating things with your hands.
Yeah.
Said because you're going to have to press the flesh at some point. You're going to have to do things. Yeah.
And there are foods that are hand like asparagus.
Why are you putting Ted is literally putting his fingers in his mouth.
like this.
And
he's
reaching
not
out
even
to me.
simulating it, but he's putting his fingers in his mouth.
Dude, you just sucked on your fingers.
That was way worse than that. But yeah,
You know,
eating with your hands.
asparagus is technically you eat with your hands.
Yeah, we do that.
It's a hand food.
Yeah, I like asparagus.
It's acceptable.
Yeah. But I mean, if you were out, I guess you could just eat it with your knife and fork.
What gives you like a lot of gas?
Sashimi?
Like Brussels sprouts? What gives you like monster
But
gas?
that's immediate. I mean, that's not immediate. I mean, you're going to get Brussels. You're going to get. Well, I guess if you're hanging out and doing.
Yeah, so you're having a couple of drinks. I mean, the worst thing you get like
Shit-stewed
you get
drunk.
a double you get a double of anything. You get a double of anything. Then you get like a heavy pasta or meat, and then you just go. You just you pass out the table.
Order like two drinks and back these guys up.
Yeah, back to the
No,
okay.
No
I
one's
want
ordered
you to
yet.
bring me
No one's even ordered yet.
bring me a martini.
Give me two martinis and back these guys
bring
up.
me a
Sir,
martini.
They haven't ordered
A
yet.
martini every 10 minutes. When someone passes out, every 7 minutes.
No, it's every 7 minutes till somebody passes out. Then every 10 minutes. Okay, so they said garlic dishes,
Yeah, it makes sense.
right?
Why?
Well, garlic is pretty intense.
Garlic is very good for you.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that, but I think if you're at a dinner, if you're at a business dinner and you're eating, you don't want to stink like garlic. I mean, if you eat enough, you can really. I mean, it really gets in
Curry,
your pores, man.
anything like a real pungent food.
Okay,
like
so
curry,
spicy foods.
food. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to go somewhere with that type of food and you're not supposed to order it, I mean, these are all faux pas or like.
Something with ghost peppers on it.
So yeah, super spicy stuff like that. Well, okay, so they kind of go through it. They said like stinky things. I guess I don't know. They said like cheeses. Like are there even
Saganaki or
Saganaki? But that doesn't smell.
Kimchi.
it's horrible
Kimchi.
when they light that on
Don't
fire.
get
Cheese
kimchi.
pretty
Yeah, that's
smelly.
pretty pungent. That's pretty
Yeah.
pungent.
when they light the cheese on fire.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, anything
That
that's lit on,
stinks.
or even like fajitas, like when they bring out the sizzling fajitas, it's just that steam's coming up, and it's just one of those things that's good, but it's not appropriate for a business dinner. It's just
Funny.
Yeah.
Don't go to TGI Fridays.
Yeah, keep
No,
it brief. You know what
no.
you get like a chick. You just get like the chicken with a side of like whatever
Yeah, some beans. It's
Beans,
just
yeah.
something you can eat really. Yeah,
mashed potatoes. Just
Did I
something
say
real
that wrong?
generic.
What's the flaming cheese?
Saganaki,
Yeah,
right?
Saganaki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Well-
that's the feta, not the feta, but what's the cheese they set on not Gouda cheese, but they set it on fire.
Yeah, isn't that Saganaki?
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
is.
okay.
It is, and it's
Okay,
it's-
so they
to
said-
me that smell when it's I like eating that, but when it's on fire, it's foul smelling.
I didn't notice there was.
You never
foul.
noticed that?
I never noticed
I
that.
never ordered it. I never
Yeah.
ordered it.
So they said also don't order anything you can't pronounce because it'll make you sound stupid.
Escargot.
Wait a minute. Is them snail balls?
How do you guys cook the salmonella?
Yeah. So they
mean,
said
salmon.
here, most expensive thing on the menu. Don't ever order the most expensive thing on the menu.
I'm going to take the lamb chops with the lobster tail with a side of lobster tail.
Yeah. And I need all your soups.
And I need you to expense
Please.
it. And here's the expense card.
This is dated now. I think nowadays, and I'm being very honest here, I think nowadays there are no. I mean, there's nothing. You can't do anything wrong at a business dinner anymore.
I think you can make other people uncomfortable.
It
like,
doesn't
here, what
matter,
about
man. Hey, you
sharing
gotta be
things?
you.
What about things you got to share? What if somebody's, what if you do, let's get this and we'll share it for everybody. I don't want to share
wants
yours.
that.
You going to Buca de Pepio?
Buca de Beppo?
Buca de Pepo.
Well,
Yeah,
like, so
Pepio. I always say Pepio.
Like fajitas, like because it's like multiple parts. You got to put it all together. It's just like too complicated. You got
don't you want to? I mean, aren't you kind of like working on business? Stuff?
Here's what you don't do. Here's what you don't do. You go to a business dinner, right? And your boss is next to you, and the order comes to you and he said, "Oh, I'm going to get the fajitas, and he's going to share them with me."
Yeah,
right.
No,
that's
don't
one of the
order
things.
something for your to share with it.
Right.
And you're going to eat it like this. You're
Right.
like this. I'm going to put my hand, and you're going to put. Your
Once
hand
again, Ted, we're on a podcast.
Oh God, don't do that.
Mark.
Ted is doing the sharing food thing where they're
Hey, Kimber, you want to try some chicken?
And he put his fingers in his mouth.
He put his fingers in his mouth.
Don't put my
again.
fingers
This
in your
is
mouth.
So
Jesus
weird.
Christ,
So
dude, I'm going to throw up.
So after all these things, it says also, you know what?
Don't throw
This
up?
one was funny. No,
Can I chew your fat?
don't order something and make a ton of changes because you look.
Are you going to finish that grizzle?
Yeah, no. Don't order something with a ton of changes because then you look like you're high maintenance.
Well, don't order something that's not on the menu. I know this isn't on the menu, but could you put these 3 things together? And by the way, I'm vegan. And can you make that
Remember
soy?
The Office.
Make that soy.
The Office scene where he went out with that. He took that Italian customer out to dinner and he thought he was in the mob. Did you ever see that one where he orders the?
I'm not an Office fan.
I'll have the gabagoo. The gabagoo. The guy's like, I want it this way. If it doesn't come that way, I'm sending it back. And he.
I'm
plus-
not an
So
Office
that's like a
fan.
high. No,
yeah.
I'm not either. But I saw that. But he's a high maintenance order.
Yeah.
I want it this way, and if it doesn't come out that way, I'm sending
Well,
it back.
plus, that's another thing. No matter what you order, if you send it back, you kind of look like a douche.
Yeah, and it's gonna be spit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, or rubbed on somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Or there's gonna
Have
be a
you
lot
ever
of
Ball,
piss.
ball sack. It could be
Have
anything.
either of you ever ordered something from a restaurant and sent it back?
I don't recall I ever did that. I mean,
I don't.
But we've all had.
I think I might have had something. I might
that
have something.
wasn't
It was
the way it should be.
no, it was the right food. It was just cold, and I said, "Could you just heat it up?" I mean, I didn't ask for a change of order. This might have been like years. And
I
years
saw a
ago.
guy at
You
Howard
said
Street.
spit it up.
There was a guy at Howard
let me
Street
warm it up for you.
the other day that was really upset about the French fries were cold.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Did somebody rub his tummy and give him warm fries?
you know what? If I'm not spending $30, $40, $50 on it, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
When you say get upset, like what do you mean upset? Like
I'm
he
trying to
actually,
think of
like,
when
he
the
caused
last
a
time I
scene?
got something wrong.
No, he didn't cause a scene, but he made the waitress uncomfortable because his order had the fries all with it.
Yeah.
And I heard her say, "Well, I could take the whole thing back, or I can bring you out another thing of fries." And he's like, "Well, can't you just take the fries?" And she was
like
like,
scoop them off. Like,
Well, yeah.
here,
Take it like-
put your hands out, honey.
And he goes,
yeah,
"No,
put
no,
your
it's-
hands out. I'm going to put these fries.
"Yeah." He's
into
like,
your
"It's
hands."
just the fries." And she's like, "But the sandwich is okay." So he's like, "Well, I don't know. I didn't try the sandwich yet." So,
But
and,
there's
you know,
some people that
waitress,
are always, there's some people are always going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess no. You know what? If somebody screws something up, I'd be like, I'm trying to think like the fish thing. I ordered some fish, and the girl came out, and she's just like, she goes, "Oh man, is everybody good?" And I'm just like, I don't have any food. And she's like, "Oh man." So she goes back. She comes back.
We're
she goes
out of the
No. She says
carp.
she's super cool.
We have no more carp.
We're out of Asian carp.
Yeah.
Asian
No,
carp.
she says
Actually-
it was my fault. She goes, I put it in. And I was like, yeah, no problem. I said,
just be cool
while
about it.
while you're
Yeah.
there, I go, I'll just mooch off some of the stuff.
Yeah.
She came out like 2 minutes later.
Yeah, not a
she
big
goes,
deal.
you ready? She goes, this was ordered. I think it was a grouper. She goes, this grouper was ordered, and it was the wrong thing. She goes, it's yours.
In the
You eat
meantime,
it.
in the
That's great.
meantime, you were eating off other people from your company.
my
Like,
family.
it was a business
No, it was
dinner.
my family.
I'll just eat off these people's
So you
plates.
got a free grouper?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Mission
and it was
accomplished,
one
yeah.
of the best things I've
Yeah,
ever
sure.
eaten. I remembered that, and then she's like, she goes, she said it. She goes, I'll bring this out, and I was like, you don't have to. I said the grouper was great. I ate it,
Yeah.
but she brought the whole thing out like wrapped up, and we took it home,
cool.
and
yeah,
it was
it's
fine.
not a big deal. Just just talk to
I don't
them.
know, I don't-
Yeah, people who get overly dramatic at restaurants or just like they freak out over small stuff. You know what? Those are the people who freak out over everything in life, right? There's some like minor issue. Their brain can't
They're looking
compute
for
it.
something
they
to
can't.
fight
They can't. They
about.
can't problem solve it. That's when I need to talk to your manager. I'm going to write the corporate office, and there's just those people out there.
But I'll tell you what.
Those are the same people who park in the handicap spot and leave the shopping carts in the middle of the in the row, and then they think,
But here's what stinks about being in a restaurant like that. If you're in a high-end restaurant, it's the servers have to know what they're taking out, and they have to make sure that what they're taking out is exactly what you guys ordered.
Yeah.
Temperature, all that stuff, because they don't want to get in the situation. Because in lower-end restaurants or like just mediocre or just normal restaurants, I should say, it all falls on the server, right? So they bring something out. It's not their fault that it was fucking undercooked, but they have to take the blunt of it.
Yeah.
And they're getting tipped off of that.
They're like collateral damage because obviously it's not their fault. They're just the messenger. But actually, here's another tip real quick, and I learned this years ago. I think I told you guys this.
Eat at the bar?
Eat at the bar.
This is a free tip?
Yeah, eat at the bar.
God, stop with that.
You get
How do I know this?
Bar,
this is so sad that I know exactly what you were going to say.
You kind of take the server out of the equation. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but let's just say you get...
goes to Hooters, right to the bar.
Let's just say the server's having a bad day.
TGI Friday,
and you're not getting the attention. So it's not, most of the time at restaurants,
Ted just lays on the floor.
Yeah, most of the time it's not the food. It's just the slowness of the server, and it's not their fault. Maybe they're just busy or they're having a bad day. You sit at the bar, you just circumvent everything. You get the bartender right there.
And he's like, right away. Fuck, now I gotta fucking order food.
No, they don't mind.
I gotta make all these drinks, and now I gotta serve.
I mean, unless you're with your family. I mean, if you were like a family with kids, but if it's just like you and like a date,
you got a high chair.
Dudes,
there are high chairs at the bar, or what?
You could stand at the bar. You could sit at the bar. You can wave your hands like you don't care at the bar.
So here's the funny thing: most kids
wear a hat at the bar.
Yeah, most of the time kids can't be at the bar.
That's right.
And Teddy and I were in Arizona. I think it was last year.
Yeah,
last time.
2 years ago. 2
years ago. Yeah. And there's guy comes in with his kid. He's, about 8?
Dude,
just sidles up to the bar. Guy starts getting plowed. They're doing all that.
The kids playing like Nintendo Wii or something like that at the bar.
And I'm just thinking, okay, you desperately want to go and party with your buddies. I mean, and I don't listen. My old man brought me to the bar. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? But I feel like you're a little more enlightened now. Maybe just a little bit more enlightened. Yeah, but he had to party.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I understand bringing your kid, but do you have to sit at the bar? Can't you just get a table, man?
So
you got to know. I mean,
his boys were sitting, but we saw him. His boys were sitting at the bar.
No, I didn't think he had any boys. I thought it was just him and the kid. I didn't see him talking to anybody.
No, he was talking with his buddies.
Oh, okay,
he was hanging with his buddies.
Well, there was a bar that I hung out at, and there was a regular that lived down the street, and he was a really bad alcoholic, and he had 2 young kids, 2 young boys, and he always had to do something with the kids, and he always we know his name was Alex. So we know this for a fact, dude. Like his wife would be like, dude, you got to take the boys somewhere, take them to the park, whatever. But he would always fucking end up at the bar, and so he would sit at the bar. And then, and he was a nice guy. He seemed like he was a good dad, but he just was an alcoholic.
No, he's not a good dad.
No, he's not alcoholic.
He's a terrible dad.
This is the father of the year telling you that.
So he would sit at the bar and he would give the kids quarters to go over to the pool table in the back room.
That's called getting rid of them. That's called getting rid of them. Getting rid of them.
But that's and then it was.
Listen, that was fine in the 70s. That was fine. But you got to be a little bit more enlightened, man. Don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you have to figure it out by that?
I was actually surprised that the bartender or the staff didn't say, "Hey, you can't have your kid. You can't have a kid sit at the bar."
I don't think there's a lot of rules.
Well, that's why
he
did that to these kids because the bartender at that particular bar was like, "Alex, they can't fucking sit at the bar, dude."
Yeah,
I'm like,
while you're getting plowed, they have to go
you guys
play
have
pool
to be
and annoy everyone with the pool sticks and hitting them.
They can run around,
and fuck around. Yeah, you have to. We don't want to entertain your kids here.
Yeah.
So let them go annoy everyone else over there. Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
or just do what you do when parents go to the casino. Just leave your kid in the car in the parking lot, and then they'll have someone else call the cops on you, right?
Oh man, that is so wrong. That is so wrong. All right, so listen, let's get. I don't want to stay on drinking. I want to go to something really fun. I don't know if you know this, but Chicago is a winner again. Okay, we are ranked 3rd in the United States when it comes to paranormal activity.
That's hard to believe.
What do you mean?
Well, there's
like 8 million people that live in the city.
That story out of Vegas where the UFO allegedly crashed in the person's backyard, and the people saw allegedly 2 8-foot aliens with big eyes and a big mouth.
This isn't necessarily paranormal.
Paranormal. I'm thinking
isn't that like ghosts.
That's more like ghosty stuff.
Oh, I'm thinking of poltergeist. Oh, it's poltergeist. Yeah.
So I think Well, first of all, Chicago's very old, right?
Yeah, very old.
It's like Boston. Actually, if there wasn't the Chicago,
it's not anywhere near as old as
but
Boston.
I'm saying if there wasn't a Chicago fire, our city would kind of look like Boston, where it's kind of like that. We're on a grid system.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So without the Chicago fire, like they had the cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
It would look more like Boston in terms of just like what it looked like back in the 1880s before the Great Chicago fire.
So there is that cemetery that's got that lady in white.
Yeah,
on Irving.
Bachelors. Oh.
Yeah, right by Wrigley Field.
Was it Roseville?
Yeah,
no,
Rosedale, something like that.
No, I'm talking about the one out here, like out west.
By me?
No, like Cumberland and Irving. That
that
cemetery
one I don't
right
know.
there.
Oh, there's a woman
that's-
who's seen wandering
The one you're talking
around.
about is by Wrigley's, Graceland.
Graceland, yeah.
Okay.
But so
lot of
it's funny
cemeteries,
when Teddy was talking about that thing that because we did a little drinking yesterday, and he talked about the thing from Vegas. I actually emailed our buddy Mac Maloney and asked him.
yeah.
So he didn't get back to me. I
But
just
he's in Boston, though.
He'd
right?
be all over that, but he'd be all over that, yeah.
Yeah,
Mac,
he's
Mac
on the
is
East
like in
Coast.
Maine or something. He's on the East
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
So
he'd be all over that,
so
yeah.
that was an alien thing, right? Well, you're
Yeah.
talking on Vegas.
Yeah,
But
Vegas thing
even-
was
but
alien.
even
So
the
I
police-
emailed him today, and I'm like, hey man, I go just let me know.
Yeah.
I go any validity to this? Is
Even,
it real?
but even the police body cam footage, when the cops were called, they actually saw something green streaking through the sky that was obviously, presumably unidentified.
It's Vegas, man.
Yeah.
Literally, here's the thing. It's
a flare.
Vegas,
It's a flare.
That could be anything. That could be anything. That could
one of the
have been a person.
casinos,
Yeah,
yeah.
that could have been a person throwing another person. That could be. I mean,
Well, here's my question.
That could have been a Vegas wedding.
I'm not disputing what these guys are saying. These two people who saw the aliens, but nobody else did. Okay, so let me ask this: so the ship crash lands. Not only do the aliens survive, but they're able to breathe our oxygen without any type of mask apparatus. Yeah, exactly. And then they disappear into the night like Bigfoot.
They didn't disappear. They're a Wayne Newton show.
Yeah. Well,
Wayne
I mean, there's a
Newton's
lot
an
of. I mean, they said they're looking for stuff. They haven't found anything, but I just thought the whole thing was kind of weird.
I think they were smoking peyote.
So how are we? So we're like the number 3rd for paranormal activity.
Yeah. So here, let me give you some.
In
Let me
the
give you some
United
stats
States.
here. Let me
Okay.
give you some stats. Chicago was 2nd in the number of paranormal conventions.
Okay.
Okay, and
That's not paranormal
second,
activity.
Second in I can't do it. Second in vampire friendliness. This is a real thing.
I
We
know.
are 2nd in vampire friendliness. We're 3rd. Oh no. Yeah, and 3rd in paranormal sightings.
Who's number one?
Oh, Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah,
Los
obviously.
Angeles
Of
is
course.
number 1.
Yeah.
LA is number 1. New York is number 2.
But
And
most of that's Hollywood.
I mean, I don't know, man. But here, you ready for 4th? You would never guess it in 1,000 years.
I got it.
Burlington, Vermont. I don't know.
Hastings, Nebraska.
Hastings,
That was my
Nebraska.
Second, that was my second guess.
Because of all the Bigfoots that live in the area.
She's not from Hastings. Though,
Yes,
right?
she is. She's
Oh,
from
it is
Yeah,
Hastings.
she's from Hastings.
our friend from the Bigfoot Museum. But here's the weird thing. So when I looked at the thing, because I said
You were
vampire-
making it up, though, right?
No, the Hastings one?
Yeah.
Yeah. But vampire friendliness, I had to look up
What does that mean?
Okay, so you ready? Yes, I'll tell you what it means, Ted. There are hold on,
4 o'clock bars.
There's
and
1,
Stone
2,
Park.
3, 4,
6
Stone
o'clock
Park
bars,
is
6 a.m.
5,
bars. in
6.
Stone
There's
Park,
7 layers of vampire friendliness that this website uses. Are you ready? First one, blood requirement.
A lot of blood.
How much blood
Yeah,
do you
a lot
need
of
to
blood,
live?
yeah.
Right? I mean, Blade. Is it like Blade blood? Or is it like Eddie Murphy? Wasn't he a vampire in something?
Yeah.
And
Tom Cruise was a vampire
Yeah.
in that. He was in the
I'll give
Vampire
you the
Diaries.
choice.
Yeah. So
that I never got. Okay, ready? Craving type. How much blood do they have to have? Do they have to have blood every day? Could they go once a week? I don't know. Could they go once a month?
wait, what's this Dungeons and Dragons shit we're talking about?
I don't know. Are you ready? Conversion. How are you turned into a vampire? It really depends. Morality shifts. Are you a mean vampire, or are you like what was that one with the guy who played Batman? He just recently played Batman with the really ugly girl.
Not Michael Keaton.
No,
Christian
no.
Bale.
The super young guy, Edward something.
Played Batman.
Yeah, he played the newest Batman.
Oh, I didn't
he was
see
a
that. I know him, but I
vampire
don't
with
know
a
what
really
movie you're
ugly
talking about.
girl. Yeah. It depends on their superpowers.
Oh, remember Once Bitten, that movie? That's kind of a
Which
that
one was
a good
Once
one.
Bitten?
That's an
Was that Jim
awesome
Carrey?
movie. No, it was a guy that looked like Jim Carrey, though. It's funny you
There's
said
a lot
that.
of vampire movies
Yeah.
out there.
That
man.
guy looked like
Yeah.
Jim Carrey,
Yeah.
but that wasn't Jim Carrey in Once Bitten.
I don't know.
No. I don't
Actually,
think
I
so.
saw this really
Was it
cool.
Nicolas Cage?
Actually, I saw this
No,
really cool
no,
vampire
no.
movie. So the guy is like, it was pretty cool. Like it was different. So Count Dracula, the guy goes to visit Count Dracula. He's like really elderly. Count Dracula is, and then he's drinking this guy's blood, unbeknownst to him. I guess he's like sneaking in his room at night and drinking like a little of his blood. But then every day he gets like a little bit younger. Then finally he's like 35, and the guy who's drinking his blood looks like he's 85 now. So
Ted.
it's
Ted.
pretty funny. So.
Ted.
It's a lot of variations.
Favorite
Favorite?
vampire movie?
It's that one, and then I think the one with Tom Cruise was okay, but I haven't seen that one in years. It's been a long time.
The
since I've
Vampire
seen
Lestat.
Lestat,
Matthew?
yeah.
I will go with you know why? Because I am super into him. I will go with whatever Blade movie that Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds has to
and
be in
that
there somewhere.
super hot chick was in.
Man, you guys
What's his
are
name's
way off.
wife? The Meta Universe guy, I think is. I can't think of her name, but yeah.
Lost Boys for me.
Oh, that is a good one. Oh, damn it! I meant Lost.
I made my family sit down and watch The Lost Boys. Kelly's seen it before, but my boys have not. They ripped me for a month.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that was
Because
really cool.
It's a great movie, but we saw it when we were 13.
Yeah,
And the
different
soundtrack was
style.
awesome.
Oh,
Corey
yeah.
Feldman, Corey Haim, and
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland, and Jason Patrick, and
Oh yeah.
and what's her name also the female lead in it was awesome. And then I mean it just goes on. It's a great film.
No, you know why vampire
it.
movies are kind of cool because it's just enough of reality. It's like it's some fantasy, but there's just enough of reality where it's believable. And those are the scariest movies. The ones where it's like if it's over the top, where it's like Godzilla. I mean, no one's gonna believe that. But if you see like a person,
Shut up, Ted. I love Godzilla.
Number 1A is for me, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
yeah. But I'm saying
Directed with
Oh, that one chick. She's hot, man.
yeah, but with
The klepto chick.
no Keanu
Oh,
Reeves,
she's a Stranger
Keanu
Things.
Reeves, and
Winona Ryder.
Winona
Ryder,
Ryder.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's directed by
Keanu Reeves?
Francis Ford Coppola directed it.
Overrated.
I love that movie. It's like 5 hours long, I think. Like
So
all
it's-
his movies are.
So like Avatar.
Yeah.
I almost
Here we go
honestly, I was telling Teddy.
I've
I
never
watched
seen
the
that
first 20
movie.
minutes of Avatar, the newest Avatar. If it wasn't, it was like Star Wars. It's the exact same movie.
Yeah.
They have the exact same bad guy. Everything is so cliched.
That's pretty funny.
I don't even understand how people can watch this shit. You know what's gonna happen.
Oh, Gary
before
Oldman.
it
Gary
happens.
Gary
Oldman.
the
Gary
animation.
Oldman.
Yeah, he plays
that's-
Dracula.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Gary
Okay,
Oldman,
love Gary Oldman.
Yeah, I
I
forgot
gotta
the
be
name of
honest
the movie
with
is.
you.
Yeah.
Love Gary
Oh,
Oldman.
and also the old guy. What the fuck is his name? He plays the Dracula Slayer.
What? I don't know.
Actually, back in the 40s, a movie came out. It was called Nosferatu, and it was like a version of Dracula.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell
the
you.
original
Nosferatu.
one.
Yeah.
So listen, we went to the Copernicus Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have a silent movie festival,
Okay.
and they played the original
Yeah.
Nosferatu
Yeah.
there
That was scary.
in that theater
Yeah.
with a piano player.
Mm.
So there's
yeah,
it's
they
a
have a
silent
band and stuff,
it's-
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just one piano player. They replicated the experience from like the 20s. So it's a silent movie,
Right.
with
right.
subtitles. It was amazing.
I don't like to read.
It was
I don't.
amazing. And then like 2 years later, the movie came out about the making of that movie.
Yeah.
Amazing. That movie was fucking good.
Well, I mean, Bela Lugosi was the original Dracula back in the 1940s. You remember that? That was obviously
I
the most
watched
famous
all
Dracula.
Of those.
Yeah.
All those when
There
he
was-
played
there was
Dracula,
some- yeah, there
he
was-
played the Wolfman, he played
No, there was
Frankenstein.
Lon Chaney Jr. played the Wolfman. That
Yeah.
was pretty scary too. And then
But I
someone
think
else
they all
played
played.
Seen
I
them
think they
all.
And then,
Kinda-
and then they're all in the same
Yeah.
movie. And then remember
Yeah.
the castle collapses and they all get swept away and
Yeah.
blah,
watched
blah,
them
blah.
all
yeah.
on Sven Gulli.
Yeah.
Son of Sven
Gulli.
Gulli.
I have watched that, man. Every single one of those.
Rich-
I've
why-
been
Why
reading
won't
it
Rich
forever.
Kaz
Rich
come on the
Kaz-
show?
Rich
We gotta get
Kaz,
Rich
Sven Gulli.
Kaz on the show.
I will re-email him.
You know what was
He's
hot
the
too? That
best.
remember Elvira? She was pretty hot.
Yeah,
This
she's
is-
still around.
Queen of the Darkness
Yeah,
or
she was
something, or
hot.
something like that. Okay. Here, last thing, and I want to see if you can tell me how this goes together, because I don't think it does, and then you got to tell me if you are going to stay on the side. Okay, are you ready? There are protesters outside, and I fucking hate thinking. I
Right
hate
now?
talking about this. Not outside my house.
Oh.
Outside
They
of
should
Walt
be.
Disney
They
World.
should be.
Outside of Walt Disney World with Nazi flags just the other day. I don't know
but
if you
that's
saw this.
something.
I didn't see
Something's
that.
wrong.
Hold on,
with
hold
that.
on,
I
hold
don't
on,
know.
hold on.
I don't get
Okay,
it.
so they're protesting Disney. They have Nazi flags,
And they had
Actually-
DeSantis
yeah,
pictures
they have
too.
pictures of DeSantis. They have pictures
Oh,
of Nazi
I read
flags.
about that, yeah.
So I'm going to ask one simple question to everyone who wakes up every day and says, "I'm against Disney World." If you're protesting Disney World, and then you see people who show up there to protest with Nazi flags, are you changing what side you're on? Are you
Yes.
changing? Are you thinking to yourself, I might have really picked the wrong fight to fight?
Yeah, that seems pretty extreme. I mean, I like I said, I'm not even sure what they're protesting, but yeah, when you show up with a Nazi flag somewhere, that's
Yeah.
usually
Yeah,
a bad.
I
That's
gotta
usually a
hang on.
bad sign. That's somebody who's obviously, I'm not gonna say mentally unhinged, but obviously somebody who has extreme thoughts about, because we all know what the Nazi flag represents.
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's
big-
and it's
one of the
banned
biggest-
in most European countries.
Well, I mean,
the Nazi flag
well,
is banned.
Well, in Germany,
Yeah.
it's actually a crime to be a Holocaust denier. I'm not saying there's a correlation, but people who say the Holocaust never happened. I think there's even people like in mainstream. I'm not saying Kanye West did, but there's some people who actually dismiss.
I don't think Kanye West said
but
that.
I'm saying there's some people who deny the Holocaust. But like in Germany, if you say the Holocaust never happened, you actually get charged with a felony.
Right. But what I'm saying is this.
Well, you know what's worse than Florida Nazis?
Illinois Nazis?
Illinois Nazis.
I hate
Illinois Nazis.
Man, if you haven't seen Blues Brothers, you have no idea what we're talking about.
He's painting the eagle. He's painting the eagle when he walks in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I mean, think about this. Think about this. If something you don't like, and then all of a sudden on the same side as you, they jump in with people with Nazi flags. You got it. You have to reevaluate what you're really.
Oh, is that what happened? They kind of.
Yeah, you have to reevaluate what you're doing, right?
My God,
you have to be
that's the best.
wait, why don't I like
what just happened?
Disney? Oh, wow! Hold on a second, man.
Whoa, we're in this.
Yeah,
same category, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have to
reevaluate.
reevaluate
I'm not with them.
No, I know. Yeah, but you have to reevaluate.
Unless
you have to reevaluate your choices.
They're like,
let's assume they're not smart enough to know what the Nazi flag represents. So let's assume.
Come on, there is nobody.
But let's
That's
no,
bullshit.
actually, but let's assume that people are dumber than you think.
No.
So let's assume they're using the Nazi flag as a sign of oppression against Disney, that they're the socialists. But I don't think they're smart enough to pull that off. I don't think they're smart enough to pull that off.
That doesn't even make sense.
Socialist.
Ted,
Yeah.
Your tip was so cogent that what you just said was so fucking stupid.
I can't think of any.
There's nobody on the planet that is going to pick up the Nazi flag and do one of these. Wow, you know what?
But you know what? There are a lot of people on the planet.
Did you say his tip was Kojak?
Kojak. It's called Jack. Yeah.
Who loves you, baby?
No, but unfortunately, I think there are people on the planet who conflate certain things.
No one doesn't. No one would be walking around with a Nazi flag that doesn't know that it's a Nazi flag.
Well, they know it's a Nazi flag, but I think they kind of lost focus about what that flag represents.
What?
So, yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I'm not defending them, but I'm just saying I think there's people out there who truly don't know.
So you think somebody just goes to the Nazi store and just says, you know what I really like? Black and red with a little bit of white. Oh my God, look at that. That is really awesome. Yeah. Yeah. It kind of looks like a maze. But it's not a maze.
There's a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of lost souls out there that it's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm not defending them, of course. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to pick their brain or get inside their head. I'm sure there's ones who do know what's going on, but then I think there's some people who truly are disconnected from reality, who just are using it, whatever weird symbolic, whatever they're trying to,
Oh, you're saying the people have voted for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah. All right. Oh, so I almost forgot this. So we cannot stop now. We have to do the one last thing I texted you guys about today, okay? I think some people made a bad decision from New College in Florida. All right? Now, if you don't know what New College is, it was just a regular college that Ron DeSantis, he appointed a new board for, and he kind of took it over as his.
And it is a new college?
Well, it's called New College. No, it's not new. It's not new. It's called New College. Okay? And Ron DeSantis is kind of using it as his.
New with a K?
No.
Okay.
New with an N. Okay. But he's kind of using it as his sounding board for all the stuff that he's doing, right? And he appointed a new board. I would assume they call him the Straight and Narrow.
Well, because it's a new college, it's a new board.
No. It's the new board to New College that is not a new college.
With new students, new
regular
staff,
students, old students. Yeah. But so he's using this as kind of like his, how he's kind of changing Florida.
He's
using this college. Yeah. Ted, phone down.
I'm reading the article.
Yeah, but phone down. That's something I sent to you. You're supposed to read before. Okay, so he's kind of using this as his little way to reshape colleges because he's kind of reshaping Florida, right? And they needed to come up with a new mascot. Okay, they didn't like their old mascot. I think it was an eagle, which I don't know what the deal is, but they came up with a new one, and it's a banyan tree. And I sent you guys the picture.
So I am going to put it on the website.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and do that tonight.
I never heard of a banyan tree.
A banyan tree.
Oh, banyan tree.
So, but you saw the picture I sent you.
I'm still looking at it right now, yeah.
So when you look at that picture, now remember, this is DeSantis. He doesn't want anything to do with gay people, not because he's gay, not because he's super gay, not at all, okay? He loves religion, he loves his straight people.
Yeah.
When you looked at this picture of the new mascot that one of the students drew, what was the first thing you thought of?
Penis.
It looks like a penis that is flexing. It's got two arms with muscles.
See how loud I said that into the mic?
It's like the Village People. It's like a guy who looks like he's wearing a crown, almost like one of those Roman type of crown. I mean, the
It's super penisy.
Yeah,
It is the most
very
PVC.
phallic.
down.
It's very phallic.
Man,
Very phallic.
Ted, turn it upside down.
Turn it upside down and tell me that doesn't look like a dick. A dick
So
with
now
arms.
it looks like pubes,
yeah.
testes,
Yeah.
cock.
Yeah.
It looks
I'm
like
telling you right now.
It looks like it's constipated because it's like gritting its teeth, and it's kind of a weird.
Ted, it's just into what it's doing.
It's a.
Yeah.
So what,
I think it's a poor choice. It's a poor decision.
So here's
what
the thing.
What would your choice be, Ted?
Well, no. Here's the thing. First,
An eagle?
is that well? They had the eagle. The eagle did not work. Teddy.
An eagle with a crown.
Yeah. So
And a scepter.
I know what the point Ron DeSantis is trying to make. He wants to make sure, okay, that it's the whitest, straightest thing ever. Okay. Now get on our website, vote for Ted.
I don't get that. I don't correlate that by looking at that thing. It
Right.
just looks like an angry.
Right. Get
tree.
on there because that will be posted up there by tomorrow, so you can take a look at it. But I think they made a terrible mistake because that might be, except for an actual penis.
Well,
Like a picture penis, the gayest thing I've
here's
ever
the
seen.
first mistake. It says the mighty banyan. The mascot is a fierce-looking, flexing banyan tree based on a design by first-year student, and then they mention her name.
Yeah. She drew that. I'm telling you right now, she's probably super excited because she got to draw an upside down penis with muscles.
And I don't think banyan trees are native to Florida.
They're not even native to Florida.
They're South America, right?
Yeah.
So Thomas Edison has, at his estate in Fort Myers, Florida, has one of the largest and oldest spanning banyan trees in the world.
Right.
It's like number 2 or number 3 or something like that. There's one in Hawaii, in Maui, and there's one in Fort Myers, and there's somewhere else. But they're beautiful, massive trees. But
they're massive.
It has nothing to do with Florida.
Oh my God!
I guess they have really deep roots, so I guess the reason they picked the
No,
banyan
the roots
tree.
go from they come from the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they have a base. So there's like a trunk, and then and then it just expands from the top
and then they have a flange, so when you stick it up something, it doesn't get stuck in there. You can pull. You can pull
just
it
like
out.
a butt plug.
It's a
I'm telling you,
there's a flange.
And listen, if you get a chance, if you get a chance to Google this. What? Okay, go ahead. If you get a chance to Google this, just Google New College Banyan Tree Mascot and turn it upside down, and then tell me if it doesn't look like a penis. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to help them because they've made a terrible mistake. Okay, listen. Or Ron DeSantis, Ted did not make any mistake at all.
Wait, did
he got exactly what he wanted?
He didn't pick the mascot, did he?
You know he okayed. You know what when he looked at it, you know what he did? You know what he did? He turned his phone upside down and he went like this. He went, "That's perfect."
He's like, founded in Sarasota in 1960, New College of Florida was named the number 5 public national liberal arts college, blah, blah, blah. Provides students with a highly individualized education that combines academic excellence with career preparation experiences.
Yes. Ted.
Offers more than 50 undergraduate majors in arts, humanities, sciences, master's degrees, and various
a
other
bunch
things.
of that was taken out because they don't want to be a liberal arts college because they don't want the word liberal in there. Okay, so now we've got to help them very quickly. We need to help them with a much better, are you ready? Way straighter, way wider, okay, mascot for them because the one they have is the worst mascot of all time. I mean, that'd be actually something I would see at a drag
I have
show.
a good one.
No, I got the perfect mascot.
Okay, Teddy first.
So when Jesse Owens won the Olympics back in 1940 in Nazi Germany,
okay,
and the German guy finished second, and he's looking with his head down because he got beaten by a black man, that's your mascot. The number 2 guy on the podium. Yeah, they show him. He's Aryan.
I don't even understand. Okay,
that's your mascot. The guy who finished number 2 at the 1939 Olympics in Munich, Germany.
Okay,
got it.
Okay.
Okay. He almost made it.
That is not what I expected. That is not what I expected at all. Okay,
but that's what you got.
Yeah. All right. Wow, Mark. It'll be almost impossible to top that, but go ahead.
I'm speechless. I don't know. I was going to say, well, mine is not. It's nothing new, but it's from South Park. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo.
What? But how does that fit into
Florida's a shitty state now? I mean, it's like I don't know about the theme though. Like straightest, like okay,
but that's what they're going for. No, not too masculine. Because clearly the one they have is the most masculine thing you can have. Yeah.
How about
don't say like Roman
I got it.
gladiators,
So,
wrestling?
what was the school that they got rid of their mascot and they did not have a mascot for like 10 years?
So just no mascot.
Bob Jones College?
No, I think it was like Stanford. And the students came up with a mascot. It was called
it's the Cardinal.
Keggy.
Keggy?
Like a beer keg?
It was a beer keg. It was a fucking keg of beer. It was
Keggy the mascot.
I think it was Stanford. Yeah.
But how does that?
I don't know anything about that.
How does that fit in with what Ron
Where was
DeSantis is trying to do? I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
I already gave my pick, so you guys are
Ted, I don't even know
when
how
you say
screwed up
Ron
your pick
DeSantis,
is.
I just I can't even go there. So I'm just making up stuff. I don't know.
I'm just here's what I'm thinking. Just you ready? Because we got to make it straight. Okay. How about just a vagina? Just a vagina. Vaggie. I love it. See.
Yeah.
Do you see how easy this works?
Veggie the vaggie.
No, not veggie.
What about? Oh wait, no.
Like a big piece of celery stalk with those little.
Vaggie the happy time.
Yeah.
Vaggie the happy time. Yeah. See, and that's perfect for the straightest thing you could possibly have. Yeah.
Unless
What?
you're gay.
No. Ron DeSantis. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Ron DeSantis is not gay, and he's not a self-loathing. He's not a self-loathing homosexual.
We need to pick the runner-up at the 1939 Munich Olympics.
It doesn't even make any sense.
Exactly. Neither does this current mascot. So what the heck? As long as we're just like in
No, the current mascot makes perfect
why
sense.
how did that
complete
come to his
madness.
mind?
Penisy.
How did that come to
Penisy
his
the
mind?
tree. It's the perfect mascot for them, but I don't think that's what he was going for. I think so.
Oh, it was Dartmouth. Keggy the Keg.
Keggy the Keg.
It was fucking hilarious. Keggy the
Is that
Keg.
like Barry? You have a mascot
Dude,
called Barry, but he's
I'm
really
gonna
a
put
bear
up.
can?
Listen. We're gonna put up the mascot for what is it called? What college?
New
is
College.
It? New College, and I'm gonna put up Keggy the Keg. That was at Dartmouth for like 5 years. That was their mascot.
Okay, can you put up like a voting thing so people can vote, like which one they like best?
Keggy
Well, I
the Keg.
think they probably should have considered a few more options since, like, I mean, I'm not disparaging the girl who drew it because it's like a first-year student.
No,
but
she hit the home run.
could they have picked a senior?
She hit a home run. No, listen.
Someone who was in art class for at least
She
3
probably
years?
did that intentionally.
Listen, it's going to come out that she did it intentionally, and she's going to say, "Hey, if you turn it upside down, you know what it looks like."
Wait, you know it's like? It's like if you play the Led Zeppelin songs backwards, isn't it like over? You know, it's like when they say like the myth is like if you play the Led Zeppelin
College
songs.
has a penis for a mascot.
It's like the devil talking or something.
That's
I don't know.
exactly what happens.
That's. Wait, I thought it was Beatles songs you played back.
Oh, that too, yeah. But it's like a hidden message. So if you turn it sideways or if you reflect it, like, oh, it's really
Wow, you know what? It just looks more like a penis.
It's really the Village People playing at Studio 41.
You know, speaking of albums, I got very sad the other day.
Oh no!
Because Rolling Stone Records. I grew up at going to Rolling Stone Records.
I can't believe Rolling Stone Records still exists. It's still there.
Yeah,
right.
So
By the Harlem River
Beyond
Plaza.
the Limit's gone though. But I had to order an album online.
What?
Because they didn't have the album, so I had to get the new Foo Fighters album. I had to buy the album like through the mail from FooFighters.com.
Like the record?
Yeah, the vinyl. They made a.
Do you have a turntable?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have 2 turntables and a mic?
2 turntables and a microphone. No,
And
I have
learned
one.
to rock like.
Actually, I do have 2 turntables, but they're not hooked up like a DJ. But
I've never been in that place in years, but I was in there when I was a
so
kid.
disturbed
it's still
that
there.
you listen to
that
records.
place is still there. I can't believe Rolling Stones. God bless them, but it's still
yeah, it's
on
like
the
all
corner.
CDs now. Now
Yeah,
they
we
have
haven't been
vinyl
there
there
we
again.
haven't been around there
they've come
drinking,
full,
so yeah,
full
we wouldn't
circle.
know.
Yeah. I mean, but it's like it's like iconic. Because I mean, I can't.
No,
believe
I always say to myself, I want to listen to music with as many flaws in it as possible. Yeah, so I can like I was there.
That's like having
even though those flaws weren't there.
That's like-
okay, you're like a music
Idiot.
major guy, like a
I'm not a music major.
not music major, but broadcast. You're in
Okay.
broadcasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing more pure than vinyl. Like there's no digital sucks. CDs suck. There's no better sound. The best sound quality you can get from a recording is on vinyl.
That is absolutely inaccurate. That does not represent what you would hear if you were there.
No, vinyl is extremely sensitive and very, very like.
Are you sure you're not talking about latex?
No. No, right.
And you're
there-
gonna be
look
my
it up.
latex
I mean,
salesman.
any audiophile will tell you that vinyl is better than a cassette or a CD or especially digital.
Okay, here. I just wrote it down. I'm going to find a music expert,
Yeah,
and we're going to have him on the show. We're going to have him on the show, and we're going to talk about what the reality of the music
Are you
is.
talking about because you can hear like,
The inaccuracies of a record.
like the scratching.
Yeah.
Like
The things that weren't there when it was recorded.
Yeah, but if you're broadcasting that on a radio station, you can filter that out, and you get like the full recording. If you're listening to it at home, maybe a little bit, but if it's a clean record and everything, there's nothing wrong with it. None of my albums are scratched.
Is
and I have a duster. I mean, my needle's clean. If you got a clean needle and your album's, the only time that
use
you
a
hear
clean
that,
needle. Always use a clean needle.
Yeah, don't share, Ted.
Don't share needles.
The only time you would hear all that crap is if the album is screwed up or someone's rebroadcasting an album. They want to let you know, oh, this is on vinyl. So then they'll like intentionally make. I don't know.
I don't buy it.
XRT does. Listen, XRT does all vinyl like Saturday. They just did it like 3 weeks ago, and you could hear it in between songs. But when the music's playing, you don't hear that. If there's nothing playing, you don't hear it. You can't pick it up.
Okay, listen. We'll have somebody on and we'll get it. We'll find an expert.
Nothing better than vinyl.
I don't know enough about it to comment either way. I'm not disbelieving because he's very adamant about it, so I'm going to have to go with Mark until proven otherwise.
Yeah, Ted, I was absolutely terrified that you were going to say your favorite album was from like 1939 Munich,
Matt thinks
Germany.
It's 8 tracks. 8 tracks sound great.
7 tracks, man. That's the way to go. 7 tracks.
Ted's got 4 tracks.
Let's 4
track abs.
Let's put this thing to bed. Teddy, last thoughts.
I'm speechless. I learned a lot today about vinyl and latex, and yeah, I'm looking forward.
What
to
latex?
You didn't.
We didn't talk about latex.
I'm kidding. I just conflate those two. So.
No, he was busy at work. Yeah.
I hope New College reevaluates their current mascot situation.
I hope they keep it forever. I honestly hope they keep it forever.
I thought it said bovine, but it's like Bavin or
bovine. What are you talking about? Banyan.
Banyan tree.
And you said the banyan tree is not even from Florida?
No, it's not
out of
native
all those
to Florida.
things?
No. It's the thing that looks the most penisy. It's the tree that looks the most penisy on the planet.
How about just pick like
They actually have a tree called a penis tree that doesn't look as penisy.
What tree is indigenous to Florida? The palm tree?
I don't know.
Coconut tree?
No, I don't think actually.
Too many nuts. They couldn't do it. All right, Mark. Last thoughts.
Crabgrass. Last thoughts. Let's see. Man, I'm stumped again. I don't want to do this.
You don't want to do it?
He defers. His last comments.
No, I'm really confused about
to the second half.
I'm confused about the state of Florida in general. And we've been talking about a lot. You've been talking about DeSantis a lot. I'm just confused about that. My final thoughts on that new college. Okay, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Ladies and gentlemen, their mascot was Matt.
I believe he's an eagle.
An eagle. That's fine. I think that this student really did fucking intentionally do.
Oh, she did.
What you think
there is no doubt about it.
And I love the fact that it happened in Florida, and I love the fact that DeSantis had his hand in it.
So,
in more ways than one.
Do we know that? Do you know that for sure? Do you know that for sure? Like, why would DeSantis care about the mascot of the number 5 public college in Florida?
He's getting involved in everything.
Yeah, but this is his thing. This college is his thing. He appointed a new board. They got rid of a bunch of teachers. They got rid of the liberal, woke, this and that. They got rid of everything. It's going to be way more religious. It's going to be old-timey, back to good American principles, I think were words that he used.
American values.
Yeah, American values, American principles. Yeah.
So that's my final thoughts. Okay. If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Oh, man. See, my first thought would be break it. Break it immediately, and then
blame
try
it
to
on
make
Ted.
it better.
And blame it on Ted and then make it better.
And then glue it back together all wrong.
Break it and blame it on Ted. Yeah. That's it. No, just break it and blame it on Ted. Don't fix it.
Break it and then run away.
And then don't fix it.
And then run away.
Who did that? Ted.
You break it, you buy it.
Oh, that is perfect. All right. So I know last week I promised that that we were going to have the North Shore Distillery people on. I was a week off, man. Drinking is bad for you. Don't drink, folks. It's really bad. But next week we will have Sonia and Derek Kassabaum from North Shore Distillery. We will be talking about liquor. We will be, oh man, this is going to be such a shit show. We're going to be drinking liquor, and I'm going to make Ted.
Wait, do you know? Are they really bringing a bunch of stuff for us to drink?
Yeah, they're going to. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're going to get to try stuff
in moderation, Mark. Don't drink a fifth of whiskey just because they bring it.
No, but their gin is so good.
Yeah, they got gin, they got vodka, they got different things.
Whiskey too. Yeah.
And I'm the world's worst hard liquor drinker, so this is I'm going to be sipping.
Yeah.
I told him I said don't be offended if I don't drink it, because if I do in an hour and a half, I'll literally be laying on the floor and like just.
Well, you have to maintain Ted and I. We're just like your sidekicks, dude.
Oh, so like when Mel's barbecue, you guys are just going to eat, not do anything.
That's exactly what we did. Remember, Matt had to maintain.
Yeah, you guys.
That was good food.
Yeah, I'm not going to maintain. Just so you know. All right. Listen, have fun, enjoy, and as usual, we will see you next week.